Episode 9 is set to end the Skywalker saga and the sequel trilogy itself by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing I will say that a lot of people are really looking forward to seeing in this movie is, of course, the first set of footage of this film that'll give fans an overall idea of what's really going on and what J.J. Abrams' vision is going to be. Now, we do know that this film is going to have a lot of Jedi and Sith lore in the film and in the plot itself in order to move the characters of Rey and Kylo Ren forward into the story from start to finish of the plot of this movie. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with the First Sith, the Lost City, and Rey herself. Specifically, a description of Rey inside of the Lost City reading what is described as an ancient Sith book by the First Sith. It's described that Rey is in the Sith ruins of the Lost City, just across the Jedi ruins. It's additionally said that the environment around her consists of numerous statues, with a larger statue standing on top of a set of stone steps, to which the sequence is described as Rey discovers the first Sith statue of Sa'atru. Additionally, it's described the book she holds is the Book of Sa'atru, revealing secrets of the dark side and the Force. Now, this Sith in particular, the name is actually spelled S-I-A-T-R-U, and I'm not quite sure if there's any kind of meaning behind that or any kind of, stories that are connected to that name, but one thing is for certain is that we can see that J.J. Abrams is trying to explain, exactly how the Jedi and Sith originated in Episode 9, and of course the Force, the dark side, and the light, etc. That's exactly what J.J. Abrams is trying to explore when it comes to the lore side of things in this story. Now, JJ, he's very ambitious with this story. We do know that this movie is going to be longer than the normal Star Wars films, and that's one thing to look forward to in this film, is that it's going to have a lot going for it. We have flashbacks, we have, lightsaber duels, we have Jedi and Sith lore, we have some revelations, twists, and turns. I mean, it really does seem like that this movie is going to go all out, and is really going to go out with a bang in order to end the Skywalker saga on a good note. So first things first, I want to go over the Lost City. We've been hearing about this more and more these past 3 months, give or take, about Rey and Kylo Ren going there, which eventually they actually do find each other there in the Lost City in both the Jedi and Sith ruins. Now, again, we're not quite sure exactly what planet this is based in, but we do know now that the first Sith apparently in Episode 9 is named Sa'atru. Like I say, S-I-A-T-R-U. Including the Book of Sa'atru and the statue of Sa'atru in Star Wars Episode 9. Now, I cannot wait to see exactly what this is going to look like on the big screen in IMAX, and especially what these books in particular are really going to look like when Rey is holding it, and exactly what they will actually explore in the visual dictionary of Episode 9. In case you guys did not know, the visual dictionary always reveals a lot of tidbits in the movie that aren't necessarily explored all the time. So for a great example here, in The Last Jedi Visual Dictionary, we learned a whole lot more about Snoke's attendance than we ever would in the actual film itself. So that's one reason as to why I'm looking forward to, extended canon material off of Episode 9. Now, about the First Sith being explored by Rey herself within the Lost City, I'm starting to wonder exactly why she's exploring both the Jedi and Sith ruins within the Lost City in Episode 9. Is there a real purpose as to why Rey is actually trying to learn as much as possible about the Jedi and Sith and collecting as much lore as she can and gaining as much knowledge as she can in this story in order to most likely create a new Jedi Order? We do know that that is indeed one of the plans in Episode 9, is that Rey is trying to discover as much lore as possible in order to really back up the history of the Jedi and the Sith when it comes to accuracy. And that's honestly something that's going to be a very interesting angle to a Star Wars film, how Rey is recovering all of this lore. It's kind of like going over what Luke did off screen in between the events of course, the originals and the sequels. That's exactly what Luke did. He was trying to save Jedi lore. He was exploring Sith lore as well, learning more about the Sith, the ways of the dark side, exactly what everything means within the Force, and that's exactly what Rey is doing in this movie. So the last thing that I do want to go over is how the Book of Sa'atru actually does reveal secrets of the dark side and the Force. Like I say, we do know that this movie is going to have a lot of twists and turns and revelations coming our way, and it's really going to tell us the origins of the dark side, the light, and everything like that. And I think that's one great thing that JJ is really trying to aim for in this movie, is that he's really trying to shock the audience. He's really trying to catch us off guard to the point where we're going to be talking about this movie for years on end. Again, like I say, my gut feeling always tells me that this movie is going to be the Revenge of the Sith of our time. And what I mean by that is that it's going to be the best movie in the sequel trilogy. I just got that gut feeling. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.